Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down one of the most influential books on how our minds work, Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow. We're going to look at the two dueling systems inside your head that are constantly shaping your every thought and decision.
So, you want to see these two systems in action? Let's try a quick little experiment. I'm going to show you a couple of things, and all I want you to do is just notice what happens inside your head. Ready? You knew that almost instantly, didn't you? Angry. You didn't really have to think about it. You just looked and you knew. An entire story about why she's angry might have even popped into your head without you even trying. See, that answer wasn't something you had to deliberately figure out. It felt more like something that just happened to you. That right there is your mind's automatic pilot at work. Feel that? That little mental gear shift? You immediately knew it's a multiplication problem. You knew you could solve it, but the answer didn't just appear, did it?
Yeah, to actually get the answer, it's 4:08 by the way, you have to consciously engage. It's actual mental work. Your body even gets in on the act. Muscles tense up. Maybe your heart rate quickens. Your pupils literally dilate. This is your mind switching into manual mode.
And this, right here, is the core idea of the whole book. You've got these two systems. One is fast, intuitive, and emotional. The other is slow, deliberate, and logical. They are the main characters in the story of your mind, and understanding how they interact is the key to, well, pretty much everything about why we think and act the way we do.
All right, so let's get properly introduced to the star of the show, the one doing most of the work behind the scenes, the fast, automatic, and incredibly powerful System 1.
This is the system that's running pretty much all the time. It's what lets you recognize a friend's face in a packed room, understand what I'm saying right now, or even swerve a car to avoid an obstacle. It's constantly generating impressions, feelings, and intuitions for you.
You can think of System 1 as this amazing mental hero. It handles thousands of little judgments every single day so we can just function. But, and this is a big but, its need for speed comes at a cost. It loves to jump to conclusions and create simple, neat stories, which means it's also prone to making the same kinds of mistakes over and over again.
And this is where the plot thickens. Our hero has some pretty serious and predictable blind spots. Kahneman calls these cognitive biases, and we can actually see one trip us up with a really simple puzzle.
Just take a second. What's the very first answer that just popped into your head? If it did, hey, don't feel bad. You're in very, very good company. That's your System 1 doing exactly what it's built to do. Serve up a fast, intuitive, and really plausible-sounding answer. The only problem is, it's wrong. The correct answer is actually 5 cents. Think about it. If the ball is 5 cents and the bat costs $1 more, the bat is $1.05. Add those together and you get $1.10. Now, what's absolutely fascinating here is that this has nothing to do with intelligence. Over half the students at places like Harvard, MIT, and Princeton got this wrong. This little puzzle doesn't test how smart you are. It reveals a fundamental truth about how all of our minds are wired. So, wait a minute. Who's supposed to be catching these mistakes? Well, let's bring in the other character in our mental story, the sidekick, the slow and deliberate System 2.
This is the part of you that was trying to work out 17 times 24. It's your conscious, reasoning self, the one that has beliefs, makes choices, and decides what to think about and what to do. It's the voice of logic and reason in your head.
And this slide just perfectly lays out our dynamic duo. System 1 is the impulsive, fast-talking star of the show, always active, always generating ideas and feelings. And System 2, it's the powerful but, well, lazy supporting actor. It can step in and take over, but most of the time, it's happy to just sign off on whatever script the star hands it.
And that is the crucial point. The bat and ball problem works because our effortful System 2 just accepts the intuitive but wrong answer from System 1. Why? Because actually checking the math takes real effort, and our brains are hardwired to follow the path of least resistance whenever possible.
Okay, so what is the big takeaway here? If our minds are basically designed to make these kinds of mistakes, what are we supposed to do about it?
Well, the goal isn't to somehow eliminate our biases or shut down System 1. That's totally impossible. In fact, we wouldn't survive without it. The real goal is actually something much more subtle and, I think, much more useful.
See, Kahneman's goal isn't really to change how we think. It's to give us a better vocabulary to talk about how we think. It's kind of like how a doctor needs specific names for different illnesses to diagnose them. We need names for these mental glitches so we can spot them when they happen.
So how does this actually help us? Well, by understanding this dance between System 1 and System 2, we can learn to recognize the kinds of situations where mistakes are likely. When the stakes are really high, say you're making a huge investment or a life-changing decision, that's when you know you need to slow down and deliberately wake up that lazy System 2 instead of just trusting your gut.
By learning this language of the mind, you get this incredibly powerful tool. It lets you think more clearly about your own choices, and it helps you understand why the people around you do the things they do. So, think about it. When was the last time your automatic hero jumped to the wrong conclusion and your lazy sidekick was just happily along for the ride?